Okay, it rained all day yesterday, more or less. It kind of looks like it's going to rain right now, although the weatherman is predicting sunshine for today. However, how did I manage to do this? One of the viewers drew to my attention the fact that I had glued the H3s onto two of these turrets instead of the H4. And so I'm sitting here this morning thinking, well, there only was, the one H4, or at least that's the way I nipped them off. And then I realized that I didn't nip them all off the sprues. So I just went and got the other one this morning, the other two rather. This is the H4. It doesn't have the corners cut off. And then when I was sitting here looking at it and realizing I got to trim it up, I thought, why don't I try and use instead of using the Tamiya nippers, why don't I try and nip it off with this? That would get in nice and straight, and I'm going to give it a try. I'll slip the macro lens on and we'll try it together, but I'm pretty sure that's going to work. But anyway, as Murphy's Law says, okay, I'm going to take this opportunity here to maybe answer a couple of questions that I'm sort of getting asked or suggested. And one of them is, are you pacing this build out so that you're going to be finished by episode 1000? Well, I know right now there is no way, unless I stop videoing this, that I would be done by episode 1000. It seems to me that the railings on the Bismarck, just the railings alone, took about a month. Then there's the rigging and all the rest of it. Okay. Yeah, so that's my thought on that. Somebody else asked me, do you think you're going to get the Missouri, the Trumpeter's 200 scale Missouri, I think he was talking about. Well, as far as the Iowa or the Missouri goes, the only way I will get that is when I start the Rodney. And as I mentioned to that viewer, my thinking would be if I had something really exciting in my stash, it might help keep me going on the Rodney and sort of give me sort of a good feeling about my future. I'd have the Missouri or the Iowa to look forward to. And personally, I really don't care which. The Missouri, I believe I can go and see that if I went to Hawaii, but I wouldn't have to leave the mainland to see the Iowa. I think it's in Los Angeles, isn't it? Or anyway, it's on display as well. So either one would be I would be happy with either one of those ships. Another thing I wanted to mention is that I realize I'm getting a lot of CA glue, and here's a little bit of paint. Well, the paint doesn't bother me, but I'm getting CA glue on my green cloth here, and I think what I'm going to do is turn it around, because the other side, like where the surveillance monitor's sitting and all that, it's pristine, you might say. Now, another thought I had is, are these, what is the big difference in these? I was thinking, would it really matter if I had the turrets mixed up, but as long as I got the stuff on top of the, somebody referred to these as a periscope. I call them a rangefinder. That's what I think it is. But I guess either one is right. So there's probably going to be different things mounted on the top of different ones. But would it really matter if the turret itself was wrong? And then somebody else had suggested, well, why don't you measure them to see? So I'm going to do that right now. This is the number 11, and this is the number 10. And just see what is the difference front to back. Somebody thought that possibly the one could be longer than the other. Now, visually you can't tell. Now, another way you could do it maybe would be to take and just put it over top like this. I just thought of this now, actually. What is the difference here? Maybe that's the easiest way to do it. Sort of clamshell it together. Well, yeah, there is a slight. Oh yeah, when you put them together, you can see there is a difference. You notice in the back, this one has a couple of marks going up it for the ladder, I guess, or something, or I don't know what that'll be for. So there is a difference. All right. The fourth thing is it possible to break this off without breaking the part? But it seems to me that I went pretty heavy with the extra thin there, and the plastic is probably really melded together. Now I'm just going to give it a try here. If I feel that the part is going to break, I'm going to quit. I think there is too much glue in there. Oh, that is so too bad. That is so too bad. Okay, my thinking is if I can keep the area in question right above this black mark on my green cloth, then I'll because I'm going to be putting the macro lens on in a moment here, and just moving it a few millimeters one way or the other can sort of spoil the effect. Okay, I've already nipped off these pieces here on this one, and the idea is I'm thinking that I can get in a lot better with this photo etch cutter than I can trying to come in at an angle, which is what I was doing before with the nipper. I just couldn't get it in. So that's what I was talking about before. So let's just grab the macro lens here and keep it over that dot, just like that. Okay, I am moved in here about as close as I can get without using the super macro. Now, is it better this way? Or would it be better this way? Let's try it this way. Now, I want to be careful that I don't come too much my way, in other words to your right, and take off this where it's riveted together. Now, let's just see what's going to happen here. I don't know, this is not working out as well as I'd hoped. Well, it's better. It's a much cleaner cut, if you know what I mean. Okay, I'll just take the rest down with the file. Okay, let's do the other one. Okay. Checking the monitor, making sure it's still in the right place. Alright, now it's kind of awkward. There. Oh. cut the corner off. Cut the corner off. I should have known that was going to happen. Well, actually, yeah, I did. I think if I round it over, and then if I round this one over the same way, it's going to match. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I'll show you after I'm through. Now, I don't know why it is I'm so worried about this thing, because I've got a feeling that the photo etch that we're going to be trying to cut is going to completely cover this up anyway. Okay, and the other one, you know, you can see here. Okay, enough of this. Okay, so here is my dilemma. I've got 3 number 10 turrets made up. Unfortunately, I glued the wrong rangefinder on the top of 2 of them. These 2 should have had these 2 on there, okay? However, we've got 3 that we can make up yet. Now, of course, we're going to have to be trimming the corners off to make it fit, but that's not a big deal. My fear is that later on I'm going to find that I can't make a number 11 look like a number 10, even though it has the correct rangefinder mounted on the top. Now, I don't know why, except that we have the 2 things coming up the back there, whatever that is. Once again, I'm not noticing too much difference in the difference between this one and this one here, except that the corners are cut off. Otherwise, the rest of it looks identical. Oh no, it's not. It's slightly different on the. Okay, it's slightly different on the top here. I didn't notice that before. I'm noticing all kinds of stuff that I didn't notice before. Yeah, you can see. Maybe I'll just recompose here and I'll move in. Okay, when I was recomposing, I realized that they aren't that much different. The difference is that I have not glued this part in here yet. That's why it looked different. Am I getting too old for this, maybe? What about on the back here? There's detailing on the back right there, but it's the same on this one. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to cut the corners off here, and we're going to just glue this together. Let's just get that done. Otherwise, we're never going to get anywhere here. Okay. Now, how much are we going to have to take off here? It doesn't look like very much. Maybe something like that. Maybe not even. Well, let's try that and see what happens. Maybe a coarse sanding stick might work better. This keeps wanting to slip off. Okay, we'll use this. I don't know if I got enough or not. Yeah, I'm getting too old for this. No question about it. Okay. Yeah, I probably didn't need to even take off as much as I did. But it more or less fits now. I think that kind of fits. It's a little bit... I wonder if maybe I should have gone a little bit more. Get the burrs off. Okay, this time I got it right. No, it's still sort of a tight fit, but it's not that it's not going to go. It's just that it seems that maybe it's a little bit too wide. The base is too wide, and it's jamming on the sides of the shell of the turret. We'll get it. Okay, I used the quick setting on the other two, and it seemed to work pretty good. It seemed that the plastic kind of went into shape, and what I did was I just put it on the where it would sort of wick its way in. I suppose I should be using the macro lens here. Wherever there seems to be a little bit of a crack, that's where I put it. I think I pretty much got it. Yeah, it's kind of melded together there. And then we'll just use a dollar store clamp here. Doesn't have to be real tight, just a little bit. Now, I suppose it could be wet there. No, it's not. Okay. All right. Good old Tamiya. Okay, let's try and get this right here. Don't want to accidentally glue the wrong pieces in the wrong shells here. Mind you, I don't think it would matter. Yeah, it wouldn't matter because, but I guess there's, yeah, I may as well glue them all up. And then we'll just use we'll end up with ones with, you know, number 10s here. Like this one is right. And these number 11s we're going to try and turn into a number 10 by gluing two of these on. Okay, I think I've gone around that mulberry bush too many times already. Let's just get the parts on, and then we'll decide what we're going to do about getting the rest of the stuff on. In other words, turn the page. Okay, we can't turn the page yet. We got some photo etch that we got to deal with. The ladders, and we've only got the two ladders. Have to decide which two of these are going to go on. Okay, we now have the three like this that we're supposed to have. Make three like this, and one like this. Okay, I think we got that right, finally. And these are extras. All right, let's try and figure out how we are supposed to. The ladders are going to be straightforward, but the covers that go over the optics for the rangefinder. Obviously, we got to figure out how to bend them. And if you remember yesterday, I tried to find photographs. Somebody suggested check the drawings. I think we're just going to bend them the way we think they're supposed to go. I am going to check the drawings. You know what? I'm going to go do that right now. Okay. Here's the beginning of the armament. Here's the main gun. And the area in question is this up here. But there's nothing that shows what the shape of this cover is supposed to look like. Here we are again. And we get into a different type of gun. Okay, so I checked the book and I couldn't find anything, so we're just gonna have to wing it. Okay, I realized that it's early and I could probably keep going for a little while yet this afternoon. And it has stopped raining at least it appears to have. It's starting to dry up outside. And I have to run an errand this afternoon. Not real important, and it's probably something I could probably put off till tomorrow, but I want to get it done. So thanks for watching, everybody, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.